Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. That's right, folks. We are live again. It's a Wednesday, and we are ready to roll. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This is Wednesday night, so you know what that means. AEW Dynamite and another big announcement. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I don't want to miss the announcement with everyone out there. Folks, strap in, strap on, get your snacks, get your feel good. We got AEW Dynamite and all the coverage for it. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. We are live. It's MJF Day, and the wrestling is already kicking off. Actually, Ricky Starks is on his way out to the ring. From what I can see, folks, like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We do this all the time, all week long. We grind on a higher level. The best watch-along, watch party, live stream. Call it what you will. You can't find it any better anywhere else. That all being said, it's going to be a fun night. Lots to talk about. Hashtag Fire Vince. Hashtag Big Announcement. Hashtag MGF Day. Holy shit, the IWC has lost its mind. Who's losing their mind with it? Well, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man on YouTube. And this man's got a shtick.
No, I don't, because Jay White's right now on AEW.
Hey! He's here!
Wow.
What a weird way. Holy shit.
What the hell? I mean, Rice, if this is a way, folks, you're going to start off AEW right now.
Dude, we said it. If you're going to strike, today is a beautiful day. What is happening?
Jay White right now is taking out Ricky Starks, so we're getting an AEW version of Bullet Club.
Let's go. Let's go, folks. Jay White is in the house. Nick, if you can find a picture, tweet it.
I was going to say, all the rumors, the speculation, all the instant stories that turned around and came out about, Jay White's not signing with WWE. Well, now we know. Wow. Look, this is how you start. This is how you come back when everybody's saying it's the worst Raw ever. You've got Fire Vince chants going. You're having plans to take over SmackDown. This is how you say, oh, I see your move and I raise you.
Let's go, folks. Give me some flames. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some fire. Let me know how you're feeling. Jay White is here. My man didn't even get his intro out.
Not even quite. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrasslin for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. I am better than you, and you know it. And I was about to talk about MJF Day, but goddamn, we already started off with Jay White.
Jay White and Juice Robinson are laying out Ricky Starks. The crowd is on its feet. And that's it. Bullet Club, baby. So who else is in the Bullet Club? Do they bring in Tama Tonga? Do they bring in someone else? I think they should just run amok the whole show. Let's go. Thank you, Vince.
Become their NWO.
Man, I truly believe the reports were true. He was going. Now, with all this shit, we talked about it. This is a battle or a war that has had shifts after shifts after shifts. And the momentum, AEW, your serve. What do you got? Coming out of the gate, sweet. Dude.
Oh, yeah. This is very much, hey, WWE's starting to lose interest with fans. They've gotten fans turning on it. So why don't I just come out right out of the gate? We thought it could have just been the announcement. Maybe it was MJF. Nope. Boom. Instantly start off with Jay White.
I'm still nervous, folks. I'm still nervous, Nick, about the announcement. I still think
I was going to say I'd like to change my pick for the FTR Guns match.
Shit, could you imagine? I think they signed they were here the whole time, but could you imagine?
Well, no, I initially took the Guns because I thought FTR was going. Now, if we've got Jay White showing up, I think I can stay around, Tony. Like we've seen all the memes going around of all of a sudden Andrade is probably hitting up Tony, Miro's probably hitting up Tony. Everybody that's disgruntled is like, oh, I'm suddenly completely fine. I've made peace with it. I'm okay.
I meant Hukaleo. I said the wrong Samoan. One of them.
What? Excalibur, Ratnick, Paul, Just there's so many damn names already. Gary, JV. I think there was
Swimmy, Swami, Swanson, Samson.
Well, I wanted to see acknowledge this one. Curtis, happy birthday, my guy.
Big shout, Curtis, friend of the show. Happy birthday. And looks like Tony's trying to start your birthday off right with a little Jay White. And woo, let's go. My cousin Jay is in AEW.
You say that now, and people are going to actually believe you.
That's why I got the K, so they could tell us apart.
We'll see them, but oh no, Clout Vampire on screen.
I got MJ White in the chat as well, so there's another one.
Where you got that? I don't see that.
Excalibur.
Oh,
MJ White. So the White family in effect tonight. We got Chris Jericho on the screen, so we were off to a good start.
Yeah. With every high, there is a low of lows, I feel.
Right. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
Taketh away. Yeah. But see, now we can get into, happy favorite holiday now to you all out there with MJF Day.
Dude, how did this happen? We just came off a Saturday night with fucking matches to remember, left high-fiving each other like drunks at the bar. And we were fucking thrilled. Mania's killing it. Sunday night, people can debate. I liked Sunday night. I didn't, I wasn't jumping out of my seat, but I thought it was all good. People were really mad about the Cody situation. So that kind of put a sour on it, even though I got it. You got it. But Keith Lee, what the hell?
Keith Lee's challenging Jericho for next week.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I teach you a thing or two about respect. You got to do the Booker voice. Respect.
Keith Lee versus Chris Jericho. Oh, dear Lord. Dear Lord.
Well,
I don't know how I feel.
Though, of everything we were flying high with pro wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sorry.
Go. The moment I feel, and the IWC, and I feel dirty every time I say that acronym. That
I don't know how to refer to
there. It. I know the marks will say before, as I've got the House Black coming out right now, before they got upset and got unhappy, and then it's just snowballed downhill into fucking following the white rabbit down the rabbit hole.
Dude. And I'll be like, listen, I said clearly on the record, and people have video proof that I said it. And I said it again on Twitter today. Endeavor and such do not give a flying fuck about the fan base's opinion. This is different. Like the griping, fine. And I mean, it still probably isn't going to change shit, but you make enough noise, right? When you blow up the bump with nothing but, fire Vince in the chat, at some point it becomes a nuisance.
Right. And when there's literally stuff going around right now of the fans trying to get together. Mm-hmm. Well, it's fitting like what Ratneck says here of, we feel defeated, granted question mark, but yeah, when you have plans to quote unquote take over Friday Night SmackDown, I don't think Fox is going to really like having Fire Vince going through their whole show. So that might be a bit of an issue. Listen, it's going to be nuts if it actually happens though, because people said it happened during NXT that people were chanting Fire Vince. I have not seen a video. I have not seen a statement. I've seen people ask for videos and everything, and I haven't seen anything actually produced. No audio, no nothing. Mm-mm. So
I want proof. I can't believe anybody right now. Nick, and you and I talked about this before we went live today. The wrestling reporters are fighting with each other. The podcasters are fighting with each other. It is fucking IWC civil war right now. I feel like you and I are in the middle of it, just going like, everyone calm the fuck down.
We're like the two, like the fucking guys in the balcony on like the Muppets and everything. They're sitting back and just laughing. It's like, wow, you've got Team TK and you've got Mustachio Vince just all running at each other.
this is something out of a fucking like movie where the villain comes back and all he changed was a mustache. And
You know what's so hilarious about this though is all the backstage shit is more entertaining than a single thing and either one of these companies put on actual TV.
Like
for the most part.
Yeah, like in an instant, dude. Like all that build, all that bloodline, all the excitement for WrestleMania, and we couldn't wait to get to it. And then we come out of it, and we were still optimistic. It was a really good WrestleMania, regardless of how everyone feels about night 2. It was really good. We were like, "Let's go!" And then Raw happened, and it was just a disaster. 2 good segments, and one of the 2 segments that I thought was good pissed off 90% of the people. So I don't know what to tell you, but and then since the reports started piling out about Vince, everyone erased everything, all the goodwill, all the good merit, all the momentum. Jay White's on AEW to open the show. Who would have thunk it?
It takes everything Hunter has been doing in the time since Vince stepped away, got erased in one night. And I was going to say, I'm not going to ignore the chat for too much longer here.
No, I'm just touching on some highs and stuff. I know we're rambling, folks. It's exciting times here. We will get to your chat messages. We do our best. Remember, if you do want to stand out and get noticed, you can use the super chat or the super sticker. We always appreciate the super stickers because we take the names of them and put them in a battle royal.
Right. But Victor brings up we're about to get the first of 4 championship matches tonight. So you can give us your predictions in the chat, folks, whether you're taking House of Black or you're taking the Best Friends in OC.
Man, it's so hard to bet against Best Friends in OC.
No, it's got to be the House of Black.
It's got to be the House of Black. I'm just happy they're being defended. We're getting to see the House of Black. Right. And I hope this doesn't suck, but they got to win. They got to win.
Absolutely. Right, Nick. The problem is that the difference is night and day. It was so hot on Saturday, and then by Monday is 2018 again. That's a bit of what we're saying of it. Everything good about every bit of good faith WWE had went poof up in smoke.
Right.
It popped up like Vince's mustache out of fucking nowhere.
Right. And this is a funny point about it's, part of the problem right now is the complaining Cody fans who are upset. I think you said it best. It was like fuel to the fire. Like, yeah, there was a large contingent that didn't like the booking decision. But what if we told you that was 100% Triple H's decision? Would that change your perception? But right now, it's such a melting pot and everything's getting thrown in. So all the rage about Cody, all the rage about whoever else didn't get all the rage about LA Knight or Bobby Lashley, it's all just snowballed.
Exactly. The shithawks are flying, boys. But Endeavor says
more Canadian TV than I do.
What?
I think you quote more Canadian TV than I do.
Well, Luna was out here during WrestleMania saying I sound more Canadian than you do. So I guess, folks, thumbs up, thumbs down. Who sounds more Canadian here?
Moms, I think, dude, they're like, they've turned up the notch. Like, I'll give Tony credit. It feels like he's aware of the current circumstance.
Oh, 100%.
I'm so excited I keep stuttering.
If he isn't, I'm sure the Bucks have told him. I'm sure Chris has told him. Absolutely.
Right? Like, you got the best friend showing up with Mama's minivan again.
It feels like the crowd mics, he's out there. Yeah. But see, these go to 11. Excalibur brings up.
Oh, sorry. Go if you want to click that again. Sorry.
Endeavor and number crunchers, they'll care when the numbers are affected. One bad Raw doesn't do that.
Yeah, but when you see a groundswell, when it becomes big, like when you get a movement going nowadays, they will start to take notice to that. So what they want to do is shut their mouths, get the deal done. Do you find it funny? Like, why wouldn't Vince just step the fuck back and be quiet? Say he did take over creative, but just be quiet about it. He's so egotistical. He's like on Front Street with everything. Just lay in the back. Let Nick Khan do the interview with Ari. Why do you got to be there? Like, you know what you represent at this point.
But Ari still wants Vince involved just as much as we don't want Vince involved. That's the thing.
My question becomes why? Like, what
he grew up looking at a guy like Vince, and that's a guy I want to be like. He does take a point of like how what we said before last night as we're talking through the match. But folks, give us your predictions. I think we're both taking House of Black. But Vince, we got here. WWE's at this point because of Vince McMahon. It's recently that his booking and everything, and I say recently is a decade with how long Vince has been doing this shit, that it's gone off a goddamn cliff. So Ari, probably not a regular super duper week in, week out wrestling fan, probably still looks at Vince as that's the guy who gave me my childhood of being a fan of pro wrestling.
You know what? That's a very interesting point. And I said that within the walls, there are people that really do respect Vince. That is the interesting part of this. So people will stand by him. But I mean, it just feels it's so over the top that you almost believe, like, like me, a skeptic of like, no fucking way. Give me some proof, because it's so ridiculous. But like, to watch, Vince knows what people are saying. Vince knows that, the reviews were good. They were getting good reviews.
Does a billionaire lives in a different world than us regular humans do?
He's so into everything. He'd have Bruce.
And he would have shaved that damn mustache off.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I think he wants to be Walt Disney. He was the Walt Disney of wrestling. That's what this is. He told everybody.
It's a Vince world after all. Right? It's a Vince world.
He told everybody, I want to be the Walt Disney of wrestling. And he did it. He fucking did it.
I think right now we've become the Walt Disney of rambling about Vince. Because we got, I was going to say, let's try to actually enjoy some, hopefully, good wrestling. So far, Tony's very much delivered of having Jay White show up to kick off Dynamite. So, and he announced earlier today, because I know Victor was talking about it. And I will say hi, Wario. I feel like I got to do the Wario impression, but how Nigel McGuinness is also with AEW as well.
Yes.
Sorry, that was long-winded.
No. I was just trying to catch up on some of the chat, and then some of them are confusing. So, what's up, Tyler? How you doing? Super Landon Reviews. Welcome. I meant to say Mount Riddle typo. We'll get to where that typo is.
I was gonna say we talked way too much about this point. So if you want to make sure you got we read your comment, you want to get your point across. We got the super chat, the super stickers, we got the Discord, we got the Twitters, we got the website coming, all of that shit.
That's it, folks. Go check us out. And right now we got Orange Cassidy, best friends against House of Black. If you haven't made your prediction yet, get it in. We want to know what you're thinking. Also, if you don't know, Jay White has opened Dynamite, helping out Juice Robinson. They took out Starks, and a guy that we thought, there was a lot of reports leaning that he might be WWE. Tony comes out the gate saying, not
anything you can, anything you fuck up, I can do better.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping doesn't happen tonight.
Well, no, I'm saying he's capitalizing on WWE mishandling Monday Night Raw after
right. That's where I really like Tony deliver, because if you shit the bed too, who are we going to cheer for? We'll end up with everybody on Thursdays trying to watch Impact.
I was going to say, some people are already trying to petition for like, well, there could be a third major U.S. company, because there's still enough talent out there, right? Like, it's a little, Brody King with a big crossbody onto Chucky T up on the barricade.
Larry, could you imagine? I'm kind of rooting for it at this point.
At this point, this might be the Dynamite after WrestleMania might outdo anything that WWE puts out after Mania.
You sound like Tony Khan, like that's something you'd say. Like, I hate to say that to you, and I mean it. It was just a spot on quote. I could hear Tony's voice going, I know it was the Raw after Mania, but the Dynamite after Mania was pretty good, wasn't it?
I mean, shit. I'm out here in the MJF scarf and everything, so
MJF,
you can have that. That even what I'm mad at. I got a picture right now as House of Black just laid out Orange Cassidy.
Picture in picture. Jay White is all elite. The official shindig went out. So
yeah, that's why instantly everybody that was watching saw me looking at my phone and everything. I was trying to get the stuff out as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm. See, there's no way that's a fucking coincidence. There's no way that's a coincidence. None.
Not unless the only way would have been we planned this always to at least counter whatever they did after Monday Night Raw. And it's just stroke of luck that it's perfect timing that they shat the bed.
Poor Regal. Don't worry about Regal. He's fine. He's good. He's hanging out with his kid. He's good.
I was going to say, I'm sure he could. Well, maybe he just needs, Hunter just needs Regal to just punch Vince's lights out there.
Fuck. Dude, I just don't get it. Everything was going swimmingly. Vince, just do whatever you've been doing. But that's what we said. The big fear was when he got done with the deal, he'd be like, "What can I do next?"
Yeah, well, shit. I'm here, pal. So I might as well help out,
right? And like I said, I just can't imagine it being a one-off. I can't.
But does he not have other duties, and should he not have other duties than showing up week to week and tearing up the script and making production changes to where you're seeing cameramen and everything getting handed multiple different pieces of paper throughout the show?
Right. Oh, to the point where you got talent in the ring and then who are just like, really? All right. And then leave. Like somebody already brought up the fact that, the whole Seth Rollins quote unquote segment, because man, it was crazy. There was no way Seth's job was to come out and get the crowd to sing and leave. That's never happened.
Absolutely. Well, and how even I know we take shots at Kevin Patrick as well. A lot of people were saying, because we tend to miss it because we're talking over it, about how even he seemed more shook, and rather than his still at least nothingness, that he at least seemed scrambled, because he's probably, if you think about it, he's never been there having Vince yell in his ear to say this and do this.
Yeah,
he got the Michael Cole treatment.
Fair enough. Oh, could you imagine Michael Cole? Like, say Sunday night it starts, right? Vince starts calling some shit on Sunday night. I could just imagine Michael Cole like just instantly like wetting his pants, being like, "Oh no!" Like
no.
Instant PTSD kicked in for the
He's
kid.
just out there like in Charlton Heston at the Planet of the Apes of, "You idiots, you bastards, you blew it up, you did it." No. Victor, though, thank you very much for the super chat. Yes, they did sign Nigel. I didn't see or hear so far if he's on commentary. But yes, now obviously they've got Switchblade. And I like this. Don't fuck up your announcement, Tony.
Yeah. I just think he would still be better off. No, see, he put the bar way up here, and this is what. Unless he's got a home run, like, "Hi everybody, I'm Tony Khan. This is CM Punk." Like, what? Like, he sets it up. Biggest announcement in company history. No matter what he says, if it's just. We're going to UK. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I fear. I fear it was that, or is that
Saturday show? I told everyone I'm gonna write them hate letters.
Fair enough. But I think JV's right there on kind of your point of, I don't think it would exactly end WWE, but if he just turns around and, "Hey Phil, you want to get back at Hunter and Vince?" Sure. And that's when I think, Endeavor is going to take notice of, all right, let's fucking switch this around here.
If it tinkers with the bottom line, but Tony's got to put a dent in it. Tony's got to find a way to increase his viewership. Like, dude, bringing in, having 700,000 people watching Dynamite at the end of last Wednesday, that's bad for business. 300,000 on Rampage, and then you're going to announce another show? Yeesh.
Yeah, 300,000? Already got all access and everything.
Someone tell me how many viewers WoW got last week. It's got to be close.
I was gonna say they're up there with like XFL numbers, but Gray, what up? Jay White is all elite WWE. Okay. Wesley asking if you think Austin Aries debuts next week. I don't think so. I think Austin Aries is on a short list for a lot of people of like, do not hire.
There's and it's not even I know the allegations and shit, or
to me it's the attitude.
It's the attitude beyond that. Like, it's kind of like Punk, right or wrong. If you're difficult to work with, you're difficult to work with. We used to say it all the time. Like in hockey, it was like you could have that one superstar guy, but you can't win with him because you need that collector. You're better off with 5 hustlers than 4, I don't know, fucking broom holders. And one superstar. It doesn't work, right? In other sports, it might work a little bit, but I mean, that's the problem. If you're a problem, you're a problem. You take away from everything everyone else is doing.
Absolutely. And Trent's trying to get Brody King up for the pile driver. TK's big announcement. AW 222. Oh, Malachi makes the save. Yeah, that's a good point. I even didn't quite think about that till I saw people talking about it. Of Vince being in everybody's goddamn ear again. I'd hate that shit.
I'd fuck it up and leave. That would be something that would make me quit on the spot. And people, yeah, right. No, there's certain things I can tolerate. I can tolerate a good fucking, what do you call it? A frustrating boss. I can tolerate temper tantrums, but to be constantly my ear barking, nah. You do
right.
it. You come do it. You and your fucking fake forehead.
But
I think
Funny with a stomp. 1, 2, 3. And so the House of Black retains the Trios Championships.
It better.
Ratnick, thank you again for the super chat. Shane Tanner's quad feels like an omen now. Like, here comes McMahon to mess it all up again. Oh, that's not it's like a cursed rabbit's foot or something, or monkey paw or something. Just a McMahon shows up and tears his quad. It's the sign of bad times.
I want to know what that segment was supposed to be. Maybe that's what the turning point was. You brought Shane back. I'm taking over. Right.
Yeah. Oh, we're backstage now. The red light. Oh, Christian's here. Oh, Kanosaurus. Now you're clearly going Kanosaurus if you've got the red light and everything.
There you go. Lucha. When are they going to unmask this guy and just let him be a villain?
No, because that's when Kane kind of, I feel like, went to shit a bit. I didn't like bald Kane.
No.
Busty the Clown haircut Kane.
Yeah, and we all knew he wasn't burned. That's what I think pissed me off. What happened to this burned up guy? He was burned up in his head. Oh, what?
Well, I didn't mind that so much. It was, granted, I wasn't probably a in-depth fan at the time of, more just, fine, I'll accept it. But
when Kane debuted in that, I was
totally. But no, I'm saying I was still a child. I wasn't, knowing backstage. I wasn't aware of kayfabe.
No. Oh, so Tony's not fucking around tonight, eh?
No, not at all. Well, I mean, again, TK giveth, TK taketh away. You bring us Jay White, I give you Tony Khan. You give us Kanosaurus, I give you Riho. Respectfully. And it's not a knock on the girl. It's just doesn't work for me, dog. Rio should be in the featherweight division. Not wrong. Luchasaurus is underrated and underutilized. Yeah, absolutely. He could be a good big man for them. And like I said, that's why I keep saying Kanosaurus. Just kind of the look, the gimmick, the way that they're doing it, but same type of vibes of just could literally be just this quiet, silent mass killer. Does Julia Hart know what her job is as the valet of Spooky Wizards? She's just out there clapping like the jukebox fired up her favorites.
Yeah, they don't give her much. They don't give her much at all.
Well, I mean, the last time they tried to give her much, she hit a fucking heel clicker through a table because that's the only part of it that hit the table.
Right. Are we getting Riho?
Yes, I've got Riho versus Jamie Hayter coming up right now. So give us your predictions, folks. Who you've got when you've got Haterade retaining.
Right. I'm still struggling with this because I'm not a Riho fan. I don't understand the appeal to Riho. But Jamie Hayter's in a beef with Saraya and such. Rio came out to help her. Now they're going to fight. What?
I was going to say, artist, explain to me this whole Rio mystique, apparently. I'm not disrespecting Joshi wrestling. No. It's just there's some that I care for, and there's some that's really like, it doesn't work for me, dog.
I'm a big fan of Shida. I really am. But
I even like I like Makito. You don't like her?
She's all right at times. I mean, dude, like she's 80 pounds. She's swinging a fucking pipe, almost double her size around. Like it just doesn't work.
Well, we've got C Money saying a vitamin break match is on early. This match should be a
I
squash.
might take that advice. Hilarious.
Why is the FTW belt actually a thing being defended? I would rather you defend it like that. You do that than your all Atlantic International Semi-Intercontinental Championship and everything. When you already have the TNT title, you don't need an IC title and a US title on one fucking show.
It's a lot of titles. It's a lot of titles. It
But
really
I'm
is.
saying you make the FTW championship your street fight title, your hardcore title. You like to do that shit, so make it that division. Bring that shit back.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's from ECW, so I know it came in back because of Team Taz, but still.
Yeah, make it the brawler title. I kind of like that idea. It makes it matter, makes it different. I still feel like either the TNT title or the All Atlantic should be almost like an X division. High flying, fast pace, up and comers, that kind of thing. A stairway to the next rung.
For which belt? Sorry.
Either the TNT or the All Atlantic. One of those two should be billed like that, booked like that.
To me, you piss off with the international title. Sorry.
Yeah, get rid of it altogether.
That would screw us with fantasy with OC, but still. Hater with a 2 count. To me, TNT title is your mid-card title. It's your IC title, your US title. And you do with the FTW world title like you do, like UFC. Speaking of the UFC and speaking of Endeavor and all of that, how they use their BMF title, you do it like that.
Yeah.
Where it's just the guys that you view are the tough guys that are going to have a street fight, that are going to have a brawl. Knockdown, drag out, slobber knocker. Christ, you got JR out there. Make him commissioner of the slobber knock division.
The slobber knocker division. I'm totally in.
Where are we here? But no, somebody said there should be a squash. Yeah, it should be, but it's somehow still a competitive match.
She'll probably beat her. Is the title on the line?
Yes. Don't say that, because I love me some Jamie Hayter.
I know that about you. And you already went through Eddie Kingston this week.
Yeah. I've been through hell and back. See, y'all were upset about Cody losing and everything like that. I don't want to hear shit about that. I already started off my weekend with Mark Briscoe losing and Eddie Kingston losing on the same show.
Right. MJF comes out, drops the title. We'll never see Nick again.
Facts. I was going to say, and all of you that might want that, you shut the hell up. Who do you think joins the Outcast next? Well, who gets released from WWE next? As I've got...
Watch, it's Naomi, and she shows up tonight.
Is who? Oh, my God.
Just imagine. Salt in the wound.
Just body blow.
Hey, I'm going to pay you probably $2 million per year more than you're worth. I just really want you to be on this show tonight.
I'll pay you to show up for a one-off. You can go back and you can go over to Japan and tag with Sasha whenever you want.
Okay.
But we are in picture right now, folks. Japanese Joshi Wrestling OG. Her size is the gimmick. You're looking at it too literally, but the girl can wrestle. Add the Wish Nintendo entrance music and boom. But I'm sorry that I want my professional wrestling to actually look like it should be professional goddamn wrestling. I know this makes me sound like Jim Cornette. I've heard people call me that before, so I'm used to it. But I want it to actually look goddamn believable. Sorry, not sorry.
Unreal. But yeah, no, I mean, I just don't think she's a good wrestler. She's all right.
And Riho can't die. I lost hater love ever since that unsexy down the cakes. I'm right. I don't know what you're on about, my guy. Being completely honest. Slobber knocker division. Oof, I'm getting Russo Brawl for all vibes. Yeah. Do it better. No, maybe Raw Underground at least. Maybe more Raw Underground.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Not good either. That's slightly better, but not real better.
I'm getting Brawl for all vibes. Ooh, Russos.
Happy birthdays to DDP, Charlotte Flair, and Dom today. Condom
and Curtis.
And who was it? Was it Charles? Curtis. There we go.
Our
I knew it
buddy
started with
Curtis.
C. Mea culpa, mea culpa.
Sue in the minivan. People are having fun with Dynamite tonight. No, I think you were making.
What would Mama Big Nick say? C Money, what the you talking about?
Why Mama?
Why? Somebody call my mama. That's where I went with it.
Man, the chat. Keep it coming, folks. Keep the chat going. If you're new here, don't forget, like, subscribe, share. We are here for all the wrestling. We just did 28 hours and 4 days live on YouTube with you guys. So tell all your friends, share our link. We appreciate it so much. We're looking forward to continuing our growth. It's been a wonderful 13 and a half months, going on 14, but we're rolling, folks. So we cover all the wrestling. We're back at it again. We'll be here all week long. We got Ring of Honor and Impact tomorrow, SmackDown, Rampage, Wrestling Revolver, House of Glory, GCW. And
oh my God. Crossbody for a 2 count.
Oh,
wow, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, but we got it all, folks. So if you like wrestling, this is the place to be. And we're only just getting started.
And absolutely, as much as you've seen us at times be critical of AEW, we've had nothing but honestly good things to say about it tonight, outside of a little jab here or there. But if you want to help wading through the craziness, the chaotic times, as KJ, I think, kind of called it, the smart civil war that's going on right now in professional wrestling, we got the hookup. Holla, if you hear me.
You know when a fight breaks out at a house party, but you're sitting on the couch and you're the stoner guy? That's what I feel like me and you are the stoners on the couch as the house is burning down, just being like, what is everyone so mad about?
Right. Vitamins, baby, vitamins. They help you get through it. Vince McMahon, the cause and solution to all of wrestling.
See, she's got the champion on the verge. Shouldn't the champion look tough? I hate this. I do. Oh,
it's
shit.
It's not 2 count. It's not horrible, but could be a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of wrestling, we're here for Masha Slamovich, Sawyer Wreck for the GCW World Championship. April 22nd. Just
holla.
Breaking news.
Oh, fair enough. And Christ, Masha coming off of beating a deathmatch Jesus Nick Gage for it. And Mike Bailey. Jamie's got Rio up, superplex.
Why are we signing Snitsky?
Rolling through. Who what?
I don't know.
Who's signing Snitsky?
They want to sign.
It wasn't me. It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. It was a plastic baby. I still need Deeb. I still say Deeb would be perfect. Deeb is excellent. She just needs, as long as someone's speaking for her.
No, Deeb's good on the mic. It's just she doesn't. The way. Are you talking about with the Outcasts, the Outsiders, the?
Oh, Deeb with the Outcasts? No.
So then where are we putting Deeb here?
I don't know. We never see her. I don't know. I would just like to see her win.
Because she's a fucking coach too, and that's the thing. She's doing the one thing that Velvet Sky should be doing as a coach. She's doing the one thing that Jeff Jarrett should be doing as a backstage.
Right. Madison Rain. We get all
position. Madison Rain. Sorry. And actually working backstage. Oh, Deeb and Blackpool. Marina Shafir and Deeb, but then I feel does not Blackpool Combat Club become a little bit of AEW's Diamond Mine type gimmick a bit?
But I'd rather them just make their own kind of thing as a combat to say the Outcasts or the DMDers, whatever.
The DMDers?
Well, I don't know what they call their crew.
Oh, well, so now we got people disagreeing on where we put Deeb here. So we'll sort it out amongst ourselves. We'll be here.
Right.
Vince has signed Snitsky. Cody needs a new opponent after Brock.
I like it.
No.
Ryback.
No, that's not Hard Times. That's a hard man who kicked the baby. That's not Hard Times, baby. That's a hard man who
kicked the baby. There's a difference, for sure.
That's different, baby.
I'm shocked.
What are you, the shock master?
Specifically at what?
Right.
So if Jay White is in AEW, does that mean Adam Cole joins Bullet Club? No, I think you'd oppose the Bullet Club. Keep him babyface. And
What
Jay
do we
White.
get? Oh, Rio with the meteor in the
Oh,
corner.
by the
my
way,
God.
the biggest announcement ever by Tony
foot
Khan.
foot on the boot. Christ. Foot on the rope. Foot on the rope.
Mhm.
Foot on the boot.
I know what the biggest announcement, like this announcement tonight, I know what it's going to be.
Look in my eyes, like
Bigger, bigger.
Really?
Right?
Ooh.
Goldberg.
Oh my God.
Goldberg. Think about it.
Then I will have to literally, at this point, I'll be just checking for sanity to make sure this is reality that I am living in now. We have not crossed the multiverse. Right.
Help me. Is it
I'm
still?
literally, you might see my wife pop up and just smack the shit out of me just to make sure I'm like coherent.
Look, Justin's with me.
Well, it's the big show. No, he's already there. Hater. 2 count. Well, 2.7. Are you saying that was the rate on the kick out there, or what we at with a 2.7? You should get us to 2.7 subscribers at this point. Christ, we're already climbing, already moving, on the cusp of 2K subscribers. And we're still 4 months into 2023?
What's up, Kayla? How you doing? Welcome back. Gilbert. People instantly went to Gilbert with my prediction. Gilbert versus Jericho.
Oh God. I could see it, sadly.
So right now I have Rio just beating the shit out of the champion. Like this tiny lady looks like a backpack.
I will say that Jamie Hayter has picked up the W.
Good, thank you. Fuck, end my misery. Why am I still watching this?
Mm-hmm.
It was an all right match, though. I know.
Well, Hayter shook their hands, so we've had babyface versus babyface.
There you go.
Here.
But it's
that's a thing, though, too. Like,
don't do it.
There's no heel aspect. There's no.
You want your champion to come out and have a 5-minute match where she looks absolutely stunning. And I agree. It was a good match, too long and too competitive.
We have
half her size. She should have kicked her in the mouth.
We have the Outcast.
Of course we do, because I'm
This
staying happy. Of course we do.
I like that. This match is 5 minutes too long. Yeah, about that. And is this not the tannest Ruby Soho has ever looked in her professional wrestling career? Like, she's fully caked with the spray tan, I feel. Same with Toni Storm as well. Have you seen people calling them the submission sorority since WWE tried that and then couldn't use it? So they're like, well, fucking Tony will use it.
Submission sorority, I'm in.
I figured you would, but I don't know if you know why you're.
I'm all for it. And I know exactly why. That's why I'm even more for it. I mean, at least one of them has been. Never mind. Anyway.
There we go.
How did Toni Storm go from chalky white to orange?
How did Ruby Soho do the same?
But my God, Ruby looks. What the fuck did Ruby do? She looks like the bird from.
She's a huge fan. But we've got Coke and Diet Coke with Jake Hager out here right now. Right. So we got 2.0. And speaking of looking like a fucking house party and everything, and us being the stoners on the outside commentating on it, this is literally what these guys can look like.
Jake Hager, man. I give that guy credit. He's probably made the most money with the least amount of effort of anyone I know.
Absolutely. I need a I Heart to Scissor shirt. Sorry, not sorry. But we've got the Acclaimed out right now.
So this is where the Acclaimed decide whether or not they accept the offer from the JAS, which we all know it's a no. Oh, they got a wrap. I'm waiting for the McMahon line.
I was going to say.
My shit.
Gotta hear it.
Fuck. Boo, Outcast. No, that's not Outcast. Come on, Damien.
Right. That was funny from the Acclaimed. Acclaimed with the old school Casio rap beat. Yes.
You gotta love the old school Casio rap beat. I don't know.
Man's pulling out a fucking pocket knife like this is fucking West Side Story and shit. Like, so this all is set up to a match on Rampage. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. Oh no.
Too bad.
Now it's gonna be now Bowens is gonna say, I don't want to fight you on Rampage. I want to fight you tonight.
Good. Fuck. Stop putting your good people on Rampage.
Scissoring should only be done by professionals, says Billy Gunn.
That needs to be on a shirt.
That's quote of the show so far. This is amazing. Literally running down the ramp and the pop and the reaction. This is the team that should be facing, like, them versus FTR. Like, that's a division. You have the Lucha Bros that are granted down in ROH. Now, I've seen some people say, well, if FTR loses to the Gun Club, they're done with AEW. What if they go to Ring of Honor?
No. It doesn't make sense for everything that they've said out loud. It does not make sense for that to be the decision.
Right.
It doesn't.
But so, folks, it looks like we're getting the JAS, the Jericho Appreciators versus the Acclaimed on Rampage. So that was well worth the time. But we are in commercial break right now.
We got a pop. Everyone was kind of happy.
Oh, yeah. And it's been more exciting and louder than Monday was. So
it's very true. Very true. But folks, we are in a commercial break. I will take a second to remind everybody that we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. That's Nick. I'm KJ. You should already know that, though. We are watching AEW Dynamite here tonight. We have all your action. Stay tuned. Follow along. We will take a prediction for every match. We will take your rating out of 10 at the end of the show. We want to know what the fans think. We want to get a feel for what the fans are going through. And that's where we talked the other night where people said, worst Raw ever, but some people in that chat didn't feel that way until after they got off the chat. Then they went, oh, everybody hated it. I do too.
Well, and I think part of it is too, again, with that a bit of that perfect storm of it's the Raw after Mania. If it was a regular night, a Monday Night Raw,
you
would have just thought it was kind of a shit regular mid Monday Night Raw episode.
Right. I like this one. Your thoughts on Nigel McGuinness? I Ring of Honor GM or for AEW heel Renee Paquette?
Renee Moxley Good, a heel backstage interviewer. That's so we go from Ring of Honor GM or heel backstage interviewer. What? Why not lead commentator? Fuck Excalibur. To hell with Tony Schiavone. Like, just not. You give me Nigel McGuinness and you sign Mauro Ranallo and you make that your commentary team.
Yeah, do something.
Nice. You give me Nigel and Taz.
Dude, use Riccaboni.
Yeah, well, that's Ring of Honor. You got to keep the show separate. You can't blend them.
Well, yeah, I know you're using my own argument against me. Fair enough. But, I mean, the commentary is not doing the show any favors. Like, if you had...
That's why we're here.
Yeah, if you had a solid two-man team, great. But you got, like, 4 people on there, and it just doesn't do anything. And the guy with the most wrestling knowledge and passion never gets to say anything. He just has to, like, that's where Excalibur, he got him good. Like, that's it. That's all you get from poor JR now.
Is that because they're worried about what Jim's going to say on TV? He's going to actually speak his mind and say, this is 100%. Some bullshit.
Do you remember all the times, like, fucking, Twitter blew up and, like, fire JR because he was, like, honest?
Yeah.
85 likes on the stream so far tonight. Folks, let's get us to 100. We're almost there. We're almost there. Keep it coming. Keep giving us that thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, 85. Not bad for a Wednesday.
Well, we got to celebrate MJF Day. We got to do it right. You got to show up and show out because that's what the show's about.
Right? That's it. Not you. Jesus.
Speaking of which, I've got MJF right now. They're showing a whole video package about him receiving the key to the city.
Wu-Tang DoorDash commercial? I didn't see that. Yes, I'm in.
DoorDash ain't nothing to quit.
Is that what it was? Like,
I don't know.
Right?
No, a heel Renee Paquette GM. Oh, well, put that in there. Finish the thought before you put the comment.
No, I think
no, not Renee as a GM. Put Tony Schiavone as a goddamn GM or an
and
authority
sometimes
figure.
you're
Make him their Jack Tunney.
We're getting a replay of earlier tonight. I like it, AEW. Remind everybody you just signed one of the biggest free agents in the world.
That's what you got, because
the
I got
Pardon me.
I got a whole jazz band playing for MJF coming out right now, I think.
What the fuck is this? MJF Day!
You got rules you got to follow for MJF Day and everything like that.
Could you imagine back in the day a heel walking into something like this and accepting it and having like the fans talk about what a wonderful man he is? And it would never happen. Even if they offered it to him, they'd be like, you can give me the key. I'm not showing up and nobody's knowing about it.
But you could see it 100%. You telling me if you saw Ric Flair wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, limousine riding, I'm having a hard time keeping these alligators down. I got the damn key to the city. I am the man. That is 100% what this is.
Dude,
this is
a band.
Yeah, exactly. This is MJF doing the old school heel stick, and he's getting a pop because people fucking like it. It's just like how people like Roman. Sometimes it's fun to cheer for the bad guy. It's fun to cheer for the asshole.
It really is. Now, he digs in hard enough that he does keep a good amount of boos. He does get a good amount of hate. He hasn't really, but he wavers. This is intense. Didn't we recently have his bar mitzvah? Now we're having this? Who's going to fuck it up, Nick?
He's in his hometown on his day. Whoever it does.
They ruined his bar mitzvah.
It's got to be somebody. Like this is, could you imagine if this is rather than, I know it's great you start off the show that way, and this is a bit fantasy booking. If you had Jay White comes out right now, and that's the next matchup that you're setting up for MJF for the championship, does that not become a huge statement? Oh, we've got MJF singing right now.
Oh, well, he was quite the young talent, right?
He's a generational talent, and he's got the voice of an angel.
Yeah, I got no issues with a female or male GM. I don't care who it is, as long as it's believable. You just make sure you don't walk too far. I mean, we talk about, you remember the years of Stephanie, where if she just goes around emasculating everybody, eventually it's a problem. There's got to be some type of answer back. And I don't mean like she gets a power bomb. I mean, you get over on her, kind of like Daniel Bryan did. That's why going, in that route was so big for him.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Jack, okay, I'll make sure to probably not see you there. A heel female GM just works. I feel like that's a bit of you're going to get into stereotype territory with that. Nobody's going to be able to book that right. This is what his bar mitzvah should have been.
There
yes, a bit. MJF equals Ric Flair 2.0. Absolutely. MJF doing Louis Prima. Yes, a good paisano. And especially a New Yorker at heart, born and raised New York. I appreciate every second of this.
You know what? People are going to shit all over it. I love it.
Oh, no, this is perfect. Matt Cardona is from Long Island.
Could you imagine?
He's a face. No, he's in Bizarro World. He's the same way of when Brett would be a heel in the U.S. and he'd be a baby face in Canada.
He's not a
heel everywhere else. No, but he's getting cheered and everything. I'm saying because he's in Long Island. Yeah, he's in his hometown where he just got the key to the goddamn city. Yeah, this is Ric Flair showing up in Charlotte. He's going to get the woos, the cheers, the pops.
Yeah, but the argument is he gets them everywhere, and somebody's passionate. I'm not. But that's. I think to me, he's working like a heel. He's acting like a heel. Yes, they cheer and pop some of the shit he does. It's just naturally going to be the way it is. But he continually, it's not like he's an in-betweener. It's not like he's a good guy or, sometimes a good guy. He's an outright dick.
I was absolutely agreeing with you. I was just saying for tonight is what I feel a bit of. No,
absolutely. You're going to get the twisted, right? It's like coming to Canada.
Right. Like I said, he's like how Brett was a heel in the US and was a babyface in Canada. MJF is a heel and booed and hated everywhere else he goes, but he's a babyface to the highest degree in Long Island. He is a wrestling god to them, just like Charlotte or just like Ric Flair and Charlotte.
MJF is not a face. Just because some people like him don't make him a face.
That made me sick. Oh,
what? The singing? This is awesome.
I don't know. MJF is saying, "Where's Rosie O'Donnell?" He's not that bad. He's got the voice of an angel, and you respect that. I'm not partial at all, even though I'm wearing the scarf and have very much been the MJF mark on the channel.
Man, I'm down. Like, I like it. I don't give a shit. That was a grandstand. He got a big applause. This is babyface's shit.
Well, the goddamn mayor's out here cutting a promo on behalf of this man. So right? This is Ric Flair and Charlotte, 100%.
Schiavone is hysterical. Man, he is like a soundboard. He's the funniest thing.
As a half soundboard, I resent that statement. Don't let me in with Tony Schiavone.
Why are we clipping his wings?
No.
Timeout. MJF cuts off.
He just heel turns and he smashes the mayor's face in the fucking podium or something.
Sorry. That spot there where MJF stops the crowd, says, hey. Like, he's a nice guy. He's giving me the key to the city. Don't ruin it. Because they were giving him a little bit of jeers, right?
Oh, right.
Because y'all Americans take that.
It's a whole big-ass giant key. Your hero, folks. Yes, your hero.
No, Caliber. Austin played to the crowd. What chance?
Anti-authority is not an outright.
Yeah, no. This MJF walks out and tells the crowd how
was anti-authority and a baby face too, but he also was a dick and a heel. So,
yeah, no. That's not apples and apples for me. That is the ugliest key to any fucking city I've ever seen.
The crowd right now is deafening with "You deserve it" chants, and yeah, well, I mean, it's Long Island, so it's got to be a little bit big, a little gaudy, a little unnecessary. So.
He said penis.
Don't do this because granted, I get it, but now he's taking shots at the pillars, and I'm hoping we don't see a single goddamn one of them outside of maybe Darby comes out.
You know what? To be honest, I don't want to see MJF make any comments about WWE. Like, stay away from that stuff today. You're the champ. You're on notice. Just act like they don't even exist right now.
At this point, if I'm MJF, do I work an angle still about going to WWE in 2024? I maybe walk that back and I try and more just big up of how I'm the biggest and the baddest in AEW because WWE ain't looking so hot right now. Nobody wants to hear this story. I want to hear it. Miro needs to come out. That wouldn't be a bad shout.
That would shock everybody.
Whoever comes out, though, is getting booed here tonight, but is a babyface everywhere else.
He might, yeah. It's going to be bad. I love that MJF started his own "You Deserve It" chant.
Right. Looks like a kid in elementary school
on the crowd again.
In art class. Right? Shop class, more like it. Shop class.
Right.
No. Yeah, I dig this. Granted,
why, Larry? Why we hating?
I got the scarf. Appreciate the heel. Everybody's just scarred now because of Roman winning. That we need to all band together, and it's all got to be baby faces.
Why do we hate this? He's got the whole crowd in his palm.
Right.
Even on his home, he starts shitting on him. Then he gets the cheap pop back.
I'm here. What?
Hey, what's up, Chef?
J-Boy, yes, Jay White is AEW. Does he have like
clap it up for ADT? Really? I love this guy.
But does he not have like a feel-good, heartwarming, like / kind of relatable story for any sort of situation ever? He's so good that he can just
because
they're probably all completely bullshit, but he's telling a story that hooks you in a bit. It sounds ridiculous, but
no, you're right. He's a good storyteller. He's a He's a very good talker. Sometimes his stories go a little off the rails, but it was still a good story. Like when he's telling you, you're listening.
Oh
right?
yeah,
The whole
absolutely.
car crash thing, we listened, it was good, but then you're like, he didn't really need to tell that story right now, did he?
Yeah, well, there's sometimes where it bites him in the ass.
Yeah.
Like bringing up as you're supposed to be the big dominant heel champion about your fiance walking out on you, but
right.
Goldberg comes out here.
Dude, shut up. Look at your face. Why? I'd cry. I'd be so upset.
I would find it hilarious just because
MJF would have a lot to say.
Oh yeah, and it's just the reigning defending.
What did he just say about the schmuck?
I'm not sure.
He is outstanding. Nobody that I can think of, maybe with the exception of like Roman and Paul, he just plays the crowd. They're all talking to him. They're talking to him.
Don't be like Mrs. Benedict. And by that, I mean, don't be a stupid bitch. And that's how he ends his promo. Keep it, and then instantly Excalibur comes through.
I hope, dude, wait till the tweets come out that it's a real person and she's offended and he had to say he was sorry.
Right. It's just like he threw a cup of water on the goddamn kid. This is the thing, is people can't deal with heels actually acting like heels. We want everybody to keep it fucking kayfabe, but sensitive ass people can't deal with that shit.
Wrestling's fake. Okay, we're gonna be a little real. I'm offended. Well, fuck.
Fuck, right. So what do you want? I see there's no pleasing you.
Help me help you.
I'm better than you, and the crowd follows him up with, and you know it.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
This is Bret Hart in Calgary. This is Ric Flair and Charlotte.
Absolutely.
This man, no matter what, will be cheered in his hometown.
It's MJF Day. They love him. And he still got boos out of them, which I think is the greatest part.
Do people want to hear an encore or what? Oh, this is where we're going to get somebody that jumps up while he's out there singing. I believe in MJF dead. What? Ryback could be in the build with CM Punk and RVD. J-Boy, what do you want about?
Me. I love it. I love it.
You bum on my tempo.
Right?
Not quite.
I love that. If the little speech to all the kids.
Oh, Jungle Boy.
Oh, we owe.
Right. That's a whole different tempo. But so Jungle Boy.
That's a whole different tempo
the whole time.
And
listen to the boos. Listen to the boos for Jungle Boy beating up MJF right now. They're popping when MJF turns in and rolls him over and is punching him.
Yeah. You know you're going to get that.
Yeah. But but do you do that to somebody that hurts Jungle Boy, I feel, to do that. You're already not, at least me personally, I don't know about anybody else, you're not super high on him, but you don't really think he's going to take the title or anything right now. And he's already going to have Christian and Kanosaurus probably still to deal with. So you put him back in this story, he's going to just eat some booze.
Well, I mean, just today, they know when they go back to wherever they're next, it will be the other way around, right? And then generally that's how it goes, with the exception of maybe Sammy Guevara, Jack Perry. Is Sammy out there now?
Yeah, now Sammy's out there holding up the fucking championship. What the?
Well, they're sticking to
it.
And
he goes and rubs it in Jack's and Jungle Boy's face first, like. Oh Lord.
Somebody said.
Well, okay, so it was during Sammy's entrance. I thought they just had him walk out and he just ends the goddamn segment. No,
there you go.
Entrance, so.
Babyface segment. No, that was a heel segment in front of a babyface crowd. He is in his hometown, so he said some sweet things, but he had the arrogant dick side to it. He got boos out of them. And again, next week, wherever we go, the building will be booing as they usually do.
We're in Milwaukee, I believe, next week.
Yeah, don't forget, he's in his hometown. They just gave him the key to the city. MJF plays a bad guy. And when he flirted with Knott, he went the other way, and it was the smartest thing he ever did and dug right in.
Absolutely. But we're getting Sammy Guevara versus Commander coming up right now.
Right. I don't much care about Jungle Boy, just in the sense of, like you said, I don't believe he's going to win. I couldn't imagine tuning into a show where he was the champion at this point in his career. Maybe 5 years from now, maybe 6, but right now he seems really immature and not quite ready to be the face of a company.
Right. Earl, what up? Jungle Man sucks. Well, yeah, he's not a Jungle Boy anymore. He's a Jungle Man.
Jungle Man.
Sammy wins. Commander. So the artist is. So, folks, give us your predictions on who you're taking for this. I know we've gone on plenty of tangents tonight, but the wrestling world is chaos right now.
It's been nuts.
Who you taking, Sammy Guevara or Commander? I feel like we've seen a lot of Commander matches lately.
Well, I haven't seen an official Commander is all elite, but we did see him in GCW recently.
We saw him on Ring of Honor.
We saw him on Ring of Honor. We've seen him here a couple times.
Right.
Again, he's an outstanding talent. If he's really good at flips.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of flips, we get Sammy with a fucking springboard moonsault from the heavens.
That's what we're gonna get here. Now,
yeah, this is a little lucha.
Yeah, which I love, but let's be careful. We did see what happened to Dante.
Yeah, please be careful.
That gruesome.
Go ahead, sorry.
Right. I was just going to say, people of the world, people do not have to circulate a slow motion video of someone's injury, because I can't help but watch it and then cringe. I can't. It's so challenging to not watch it, but man.
No, I see the first part. It's like, okay, I've seen this already. I'm good. And you watch it from like the UFC to where like Anderson Silva throws a kick and it gets checked. And first his leg was like this, and then it go like this. So yeah, no.
He almost kicked himself in the back of the head.
Literally. Shooting star rope walk. Fair enough. Thank you, hand purple blue piece. There, we got our first super sticker there, entry into the Battle Royal.
There you go.
I was a big fan of doing pretty much Taker's old school. Oh! Goes for like a weird kind of almost like Falcon punch and just eats a super kick from Sammy.
Sammy in AEW is better than Roman Sammy. I think I know what you're saying here, J-Boy. And no, you're not. You're not good. You're not good on this one. Sammy.
I was going to say translate that for me, but
right. Just basically, I took it as Sammy Guevara is better than Sami Zayn, which is ridiculous.
At what? Potentially hurting themselves in the ring with every move?
Ding. Survey.
Well, I was going to say, there's a few things I could come up with that he's better at than Sami Zayn, but they're not good things. Sammy for the win. Yeah, folks, get your predictions in if you haven't already. I know Sammy's going up, and we know Sammy's going to win. This is a Tony Khan booking. We're going to get Sammy. Sammy's not losing. Sammy beats the knockoff Red Ranger.
What?
Yeah. JV said Sammy beats the knockoff Red Ranger.
Right? It's Axiom.
No one's going go Commander Ranger.
Go Commander Ranger.
You mighty flipping Ranger.
Oh, okay.
What
are these All Access is showing the Sammy Eddie Kingston beef?
Oh, why you gotta tease me with that?
What are we gonna do?
We'll see. Ole.
I got picture right now, folks. What do you do?
Too.
That's what I got. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no,
I clicked it for you.
I guess Eddie didn't quit AW. He'll be on AW All Access next. Well, that just shows how much this was all taped, and this is
it's taped,
right? But it's still, to me, is that as much as I want to see it, I shouldn't see it. I shouldn't have access to that shit. They're not. No. As a wrestling fan, they don't have to give us access to that shit because they choose to put it out there. To me, exposes a bit more beyond the scenes of what we need to know.
I feel like like fucking nobody tuned into it last week. It was like, I don't want to be misquoted. I know the fact checkers out there will check me real quick, but I think it was less than 300,000 watched All Access last week.
Well, it was pitched as the
or like 320.
Adam Cole and Britt Baker show.
Yeah, no, I don't need it. I don't need to know. Like, if you want to show us a life of, Britt and Adam Cole, what they do away from wrestling, fine. I don't want to see, I don't want to sit down and see how the movie's made. I just want to watch the movie. And some people might want to, but I don't want to.
That's the thing, is everybody loves a shoot interview, everything like that. Everybody wants to know the details that go behind it. The wrestling company that's in charge of everything shouldn't be the one putting out their own shoot promos and everything like that. That's right. The stance I take on it.
Right. How many people has Sammy injured so far? Counting himself, 9 million.
But I was going to say like this many. Like this many.
10.
10.
Plus 10.
Just Mario.
It was better than Sammy. All right, I'll have that debate. That's better. I'm not saying it's true, but that is debatable. We can debate that one, and we don't need.
I was going to say, well, which Sammy are we talking about? Are we talking about Sami Zayn, or are we talking about Sammy Guevara?
I'm assuming. I just assumed Zayn for some reason, but he's definitely like Sammy Guevara doesn't even count. But yeah, I think
he's not even in this discussion. How'd you even get here?
Yeah, you don't belong here. Sorry, child.
All Access had 328,000 viewers last week.
I knew it was around 300,000. So I mean,
this Commanders guy looks like a Red Wings mascot. No, he's not an octopus.
He looked. Someone said it. Is he not just Sin Cara?
He's a little bit of.
Whoa! What the fuck happened to Jungle Boy?
He's a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, a little bit flippy, a little bit of Cirque du Soleil.
That was the first time, that picture right there of Jungle Boy watching this, the Jungle Boy looked like his dad.
Oh.
You got the hair like semi-slicked back.
I missed it, so.
He's got a button-open shirt, and it was a side profile. I was like, shit, he looks like Dylan.
The fact that you just gave him his character's name. This is still a bit, though, to me.
But see, the crowd is quiet.
Yeah, because it's set up for a flip, It's cool. Now come, please watch the amazing flying luchas. Like, give me some actual in-ring psychology. Give me some work between here.
It looks
I don't need to see you do 18 variations of old school.
Yeah, that's 2.
No, he's done 3, 4, I feel, as he hits a
Jungle
shooting star for a 2 count.
It's not Jungle Boy, it's Jungle Man.
Jungle preteen. How about that?
Oh, wow. FTR versus Gunn Club is probably the main event. Is that the main event? I think Tony Khan's big announcement, like FTR is going to win the belts. He's going to walk out and say, I just signed FTR.
Oh, my God.
He comes out and celebrates with them. That's his big announcement. That's why we haven't seen him yet.
But no, could you imagine? And now this would be a fucking knockout punch, I feel, to be a knockout punch. Main event is FTR wins AEW champion. So they're clearly staying. So we've got Darby playing staying up in the rafters right now as we're going to get an old school off as both men are going to tightrope walk if we weren't any more circus. But Cutter, FTR wins. They're staying in AEW, everything like that. And then the announcement is we just brought back CM Punk.
Right.
And then we get CMFTR.
All celebrating together?
Exactly. Like I said, that's a fucking knockout punch. Tony, you still got time, and I know you got a pocketbook that could do it. Make it happen.
Hey, we haven't seen the Bucks or Kenny on the show yet, so that could be like, you stay the fuck home. I'm bringing him back. I want Phil, okay?
He's going to be around here. You don't fuck this up today. This has to go right. You stay the hell home.
Rotate. You guys come back next week. He'll take the week off.
Exactly. Visitation rights.
Visitation rights. That's the deal. Listen, I'll come back, but me and the Bucks cannot be in the same building at any time. Like if I have an early match, I go in, I do my match, I leave, then they come into the building, or vice versa. Like they cut it out where
They've got to eventually pass this up, but I think it's let me get in there, let me get comfortable, let me feel this out, let him deal with the rest of the locker room before he has to deal with the Bucks and Kenny.
Let me be clear. I know. That's a lot of tongue in cheek.
I know.
But it would work.
Speaking of tongue in cheek, we've got Tony Schiavone out here with
knee in cheek.
Sammy.
RT
Sammy just hit Commander with the RT plus. Oh, the right trigger plus A reversal. Yes. My man, I get you.
That took a second. All right.
Vitamins. It happens.
FTR is the New Japan Wrestling.
FTR is all Japan.
Right? No, they want to stay close to home, man. You know how Dax keeps talking about his daughter and such and what she's been through. Whatever company allows him to stay home the most and still leave a top guy legacy. That's the two most important things to FTR. That's why I doubted AEW is the place for that. However, maybe that's part of the conversation.
Right. Sorry, Sammy's just cutting a promo about this being them being the four pillars, and I can't take your goddamn haircut seriously.
I can't. Between him and Jungle Boy, the hair, there's bad hair situations going on.
No, it's him and Tony Khan. He has the same haircut as fucking TK, just his is shaved on the fucking back end. Tony is a living mic stand. Yeah, a bit there.
1992 called. They want their haircut back, Sammy.
All right.
He's got that short split, like he's one of the kids from fucking Home Improvement.
No, he looks like he should be going out here and just right.
Hundo.
And Dax's podcast, he loves to hear himself talk. Well, I
what
mean,
else
we
do you
like
do?
to hear ourselves talk. And
yeah, I was gonna say
a couple people like to hear us talk as well, and I think plenty of people like to listen to hear Dax talk. I know I do. I think you do too as well. So, he can do his podcast wherever, but.
Dude, we just did 4 marathon streams. So I can't really criticize anyone for going on a podcast and talking.
Facts. Touche. Tabernacle.
Talked our throat raw for 4 days.
Pause.
Still here.
Oh, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw.
You took that in a completely terrible direction. Even though I love that song. Timing. Sammy's pipe bomb.
Boo.
Yeah, it's a cherry bomb.
Weak sauce.
Crowd's quiet.
Is he taking shots at AEW right now? Because he's like, this place is giving me more than any other there.
Wait, what? I'm so fucking lost by his point, and the fans are just, it's go home heat. It's not the booing, it's murmuring like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, that didn't make a ton of sense.
No. You were in this group, you were in that group, you're in this group. See, you sold out. Wait, what?
No, and then he's talking about the bidding war of 2024 and man, what?
Oh.
He was trying for something like that. He was trying for an edgy promo and just
trying to.
I don't know if he was tripping up over the fucking gum that he was chewing the whole time, looking like a fucking cow chewing cud, but that man.
And actually, Excalibur wants to be a smartass. Sammy's actually trying to be a little bit of a baby face right now, and he's trying to endear himself to the crowd. It just doesn't work because he is absolutely 100% a heel, just like MJF.
Yeah, and when you're paired up with Chris Jericho, you've got that heat attached to you. Like, ain't nobody gonna like you. Not even your hometown, not anybody's hometown.
And he's got go home heat. Like they're just murmuring. Yeah. They're not booing him. And he's trying to tell MJ off, and it's not working. I don't think that would have worked anywhere, but Long Island's not going to have any of it. But yeah,
not even a little bit. No,
his promo didn't make sense. Didn't get to the right points.
Yeah, it was a little all over the place. A little looked like it was going one way here, and then went completely the opposite way and everything.
Yeah, it just was a pencil without a point. Like it just never got anywhere. Like some of the things that he said, like the punchline didn't get it where he was hoping to get it.
Right.
Yeah, promo was confusing. I'm confused. I agree because he's trying to be endearing, but nobody likes Sammy, so it's really fucking problem. Sammy's naturally a little pain in the ass.
That's the thing is, even no matter what, whether he's trying to be a babyface or not, I don't think anyone right now cheers for Sammy Guevara. It's nonstop. He's healed. You can't. There's nothing that's going to shift that way right now.
No. So that's where he's trying to say what, and this is where you got to pay attention, right? Like he was. Oh, you're talking about the bidding war 2024, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm with this company. I didn't sell out the way you did, or you will. I'm loyal to AEW, right? Trying to endear himself that way, it's not going to work. He should have just played heel, I guess. Stick to what he's good at.
Now is not the time to do a promo like that, though. You have your match, you walk the fuck off, you had your moment where you're sitting there holding up the championship. Yeah, you're in his hometown, the champ's hometown, on the day he gets the key to the city. What are you expecting to get there outside of just literally go away and get the fuck off my screen heat? Honestly.
7/8 out of that promo was babyface promo. That's a promo Jungle Boy or Darby cuts. Sammy or MJF, I'm not sure who you're talking about. But yeah, I agree with you. If you're talking about Sammy, 100%. He tried to give us a Jungle Boy promo, and it didn't go over well. That's where you heard the crowd wasn't getting anything from him to boo and be pissed off about, so they just kind of mumbled and murmured. Sammy's new gimmick, Captain Hindsight. His promo was nothing but stating the obvious, if anything, and then sparkling. That was a sparkler, not a pipe bomb. Yeah, absolutely. He tried to be like I'm going to break down the fourth wall. I'm going to talk to Tony Khan. I'm going to, clean out the closet a little bit. It just didn't work. Like I said, even before that, where he said, "What is it, Max? Like you were with the Pinnacle, and then you weren't. And then you were with this group, and then you weren't. And then you were with this group. See, I'm not like you. I never sold out. You've been hanging around with the biggest sellout in the industry for 3 years, letting him hold you back. So, Sammy, it's not good. Dickheads don't deserve sympathy." Amen. Okay. Is he talking about me? No, just kidding. AEW video game. No, come on. That's not big enough news. Like one of the biggest announcements in company history? Nah. A new show. My show just came back. I got the FTW championship coming your way. Hook's on his way out. You can get your predictions in. We're all assuming this is going to be Hook, correct? But a UK tour, new show, CM Punk, maybe? I don't know. But if it's just, we want to tell everybody the video game's coming out on June 12th. The boo. You can't put all that shit out on Twitter. You can't hot shot like that. It's going to piss me off. You shouldn't say anything. You should just, or we'll hear from Tony Khan. That's all he should say. The little fucking graphic should come out. We'll hear from Tony Khan. And then you build credibility when you show up and say important shit. AEW video game is a major announcement for AEW. Nah. No. It's not that. It's your side hustle. Send Hook. Let's go. How was that, TK, huh? Oh, you did great. You're awesome. Got Hook for the win. Absolutely. Sammy, you, F you Long Island. I'm better than MJF. Suck it. Mic drop. Amen. That's all it took. That's all it would have taken. Right? You're going to be in this battle. There's no, to try and endear yourself to the crowd now as Sammy Guevara, that's a hopeful wish. Now you need, he's just not likable as a character and maybe as a person sometimes. Captain Hindsight, great South Park reference. There you go. Earl appreciates it. Welcome back, Earl. Oh, goodbye, Ethan. TK announcement is next week. He has a major announcement. I'm all for it. Streaming service. Okay. Okay. Is that big enough, guys? Will you be like, oh yeah, streaming service, fuck yeah? I think it's gonna be FTR is all elite. I still want it to be Goldberg though, because it feels like Tony's marking out a little. Yeah, the biggest announcement ever, guys, the biggest one. So I mean, it's got to be something. Matt face turn, yeah. My shit froze up. Matt Hardy face turn, yes. 4 and Mike Clayton's on fire tonight. The Swerve 4-0. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes. KJ, I know he will not announce this, but can you imagine TK announcement is that he's starting a wrestling union? Generally, the owners of companies don't announce that because it's a wrestlers union. Why would the owner do that? It would just put him in a difficult spot. Yeah, no. If that's it, it would be nuts. Yeah, well, I'll give you that much. Yes. Wait, what did he say? Oh, the Swerve. Wait, what? Okay, so Hook with the W if you were following along at home. Yeah, I thought it was the England dates as well. Is that enough? If you wait all the way to the main event and Tony comes on and says, I'm gonna let who's fucking British hanging around right now? I'm gonna let Jay White tell everybody something. And then gives the mic to Jay White. Jay White's like, hello, I'm Jay White. We're going to the UK. Like, what if that is that enough? Will you guys be happy? Will you feel like he bait and switched us again? He kind of, a little clickbaity. It works. They're gonna have over 1 million tonight. Enough people tuning in out of spite. Can we get Hook in the broken universe? Boo! What are we booing? Oh, there you go. Standing with Nigel. That's why I'm sitting here like, who's from the UK? I found him. Never mind. Oh, so we know what this is. 0 blinks. We should take the over-under. It's so bullshit, Tony. We talked about it earlier today. That's fucking amazing. Why is he staring at me? Tony Khan can see into my soul. Oh. 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 Yes. Oh, it's Cole again. Cole's like the honorary PR person for fucking Tony Khan. Are they all getting discount spray tan together? Everybody in AEW is fucking bronze. Jesus. Would it not have been better if Sony didn't say anything? If he just showed up on TV and said what he just said? That's my question to the fans. You're all fans out there. To me, that's amazing. That's awesome. That's going to be good. Can AEW fill Wembley? Let's find out. I think they're going to be hard pressed. I think there might be a lot of emptiness in the back, but they don't go to England very often. They're huge in the UK. It's got potential. By the way, randomly, if these guys are going all heel, Wild Thing has to go away. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You can't keep coming out to Wild Thing if you are the big bad heels of the company. AEW All In, August 27th. They're going to give us a picture-in-picture entrance? That's amazing. Why does TK look like he's reading a ransom? Amen, JP. Tony, blink twice. If you're in trouble, let us know. We are doing good. They are taking care of us very well. I feel like Tony's looking into my soul. It's hard to like look back at the TV when he's. I think it's just nerves, guys. It's hard. It's got to be nervous, talking to a million people. It's not your forte. You're socially awkward because you're loaded. Here's my big announcement. We are doing a show. Yeah, that would have been like a package, we would have like been, come out a commercial. They do a little video package of like New Orleans or whatever, and then Michael Cole and Corey are like, "Hey, we're going there." These, I got this big announcement. This, the biggest announcement ever. The company's gonna. Yeah, it's big, it's good, but it's you're under delivering, bro. You're under delivering. You're hurting yourself. Yeah, he's not loaded. Come on. Tony Khan just walked. Accusations and yeah, I have no idea. Shit, the pay-per-view will start early in the US. It's going to be a 27-hour show. Right? Starts at noon, ends at midnight. Carlos, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. It's amazing how TK finds more ways to embarrass himself. It's quality work on his part, honestly. Listen, guys, if I was Tony Khan, I would have had Nigel and Adam Cole do that without me present. No offense, Tony. You're doing good. And tonight's been a good night for you. And obviously, you see the turmoil going on at WWE. So tonight's a good night to have a good night. But stop giving people like myself reasons to laugh at you, to kind of criticize you. If he would have just said, we will hear from TK tonight. He has some news. Perfect. I would have showed up to find out anyway. But when you overhype it, it feels like fucking clickbait. I like the announcement. I don't want to foo-foo the announcement. I just foo-foo the strategy. But that's pretty cool. I want to see them sell out Wembley. It'll be amazing. And they'll put on a good show. And when is that going to go to Wembley? What date did we say? What date did we say? Was it August? Who said what? Victor, where are you with my answers? Caliber. Wembley, I'm excited. There you go. I know all our British fans overseas are going to be thrilled. They're jumping for joy right now. They're trying to figure out when the tickets are going on sale. Some of them already started digging holes under Wembley to sneak in. I've heard of an anger translator, but not an announcer translator, right? And how did Adam Cole just became the PR guy for everybody? It's the funniest shit. Go. It's a media release. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I agree with that. CM Punk ice cream bars on sale. If that's legit true, I'm down. Let's go. Could you imagine? Confuse everybody. Wembley Stadium is like 90,000 seats. I don't know if AEW will sell it out. He needs to put on a big card. I agree with you. This is huge. If they can pull it off, it will be a big feather in his cap. That's the one thing we talk about where like, we had the highest gate ever. We had that, 10,000, 12,000, they have good nights. Yes, but they're not doing 60,000. That is one of the things that WWE holds over them. If they can sell out or get close to selling out Wembley, because we would all argue WWE would sell out Wembley pretty quick most days. You agree with Excalibur. I already knew this when I saw there was a show list and it showed London weeks ago. There you go. Touche. Got to do Wild Thing in Wembley, though. That'd be pretty cool. I give you that. But again, I just want this. You got to be able to sacrifice that sometimes. If you want to be the heel faction that is running amok, you got to make them. You can't be singing along to him and then just fucking, oh, yeah, right, he's a dick. Boo. It's mixed emotions. There you go. Wembley Stadium, I can see Soraya going over and beat fellow Brit Hater. Oh, fuck. Well, a lot of things need to happen before we get there, bud. Honestly. Since Regal left BCC, he has been wandering aimlessly. Who? Regal?
No, he's backstage at WWE. You see him answering almost every match, or at least providing, feedback and everything.
It might not matter anymore, but no, he's been there. He wants to hang out with his kid. Obviously, his kid's in NXT. I don't think there's any reports of him lost.
No, and
this match is over, by the way.
Yeah, and is it interesting right now, because I've got Danielson cutting a promo and everything, that he's now the heel just talking about how he loves pro wrestling. That they've made still, even in AEW, pro wrestling a bad word, I feel.
Nah.
He's getting boos for saying, I'm a fan of pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling. Yo, I didn't even catch it because we talk so much, and usually when their commentary is talking, we talk more. But the whole thing, apparently, they said medical facility. That was one of the reports. Now, I never caught that.
Who went to medical facility? What?
When they were talking about, were they talking about Balor guys? But a rumor was that they used the term, like they said, he was taken to a local medical facility, and everyone was like,
"They use that all the time." That's an old school thing, because when they would say hospital or whatever, people would show up and fucking bombard that shit.
But I mean,
worse than the new airports.
That's so like, and as we grew up, this happened a lot where we changed the names of shit, but it's still what we know it as. We can call it whatever you want. Like, oh, they won't show up at a medical facility. Yeah, they will. We know it's the hospital.
This is honestly good right now because, Hangman came out, and I know we got the chat going on and everything, but Hangman came out and
Stone Cold.
Literally everybody in BCC is stomping a mud hole on him, and Daniel's there. You don't want to know what a professional is? Claudio's a professional. Mox is a professional. You're not a professional.
I like it. This is good. That's why they need to stop doing Wild Thing. And right now, JR should be yelling into the mic, Hangman! It's Hangman! It's Hangman!
No, because you imagine JR's like they're like, he's their new Regal. This is the Slobber Knockers right now.
Slobber Knockers, finally.
Oh, we've got a screwdriver. What the hell?
Adam, did the Dark Order just abandon Adam again randomly? Like, I thought
we've got to wait up. We've got to make the big pop. It's going to be the big heroic comeback when we get Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. And I mean, do we get -1? Because I've heard he might be all WWE now. It's sickened me, honestly, that people fucking went at that family because they were involved with the whole thing with Cody. That disgusted me personally.
People are fucked.
Right.
He's
calling the whole locker room amateurs.
Yeah, this is what they should be doing.
This is just Dan Lambert, just better.
Yeah, but better. Because the guy can back it up.
Why the hell is he just gigging him right now with a screwdriver? And Danielson licked it beforehand.
Oh,
why?
Okay. Hep C, anybody?
That's a little aggressive. Like, I'm a professional wrestler, so I'm going to gig you with a screwdriver like a deathmatch wrestler. Like, what?
The Queen's husband is coming back to... you got to call anything that's happening, bro. Mine's
you're good. I got you right now. I still got Danielson right now still cutting a promo saying the only real professional wrestlers are in the BCC.
I love this. This is perfect.
The only real professional wrestlers in all of damn America tonight. Oh, that's a little bit of a shot across the bow there.
Right.
Yeah, Hangman got screwed, quite literally. Amateurs.
This is excellent.
That needs to be a shirt now of just amateur.
Amateurs. It will be. Yeah.
Tony, if you make those, I want a slice. I want a cut. I hate it when AW
nobody's gonna
take shots at themselves. Goddamn amateurs. That's a great point right there. That AW pretty much throughout this whole thing literally just buried a good 75, 80, 90% of their locker room.
Yeah. This was the Daniel Bryan we got before he joined the BCC, and he was killing. And he was our favorite wrestler in the first half of last year. This is good Daniel Bryan.
Up until the screwdriver, yes. And
I don't know why we did the screwdriver. No.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of when he got rid of the leather world heavyweight champion ship and brought back the hemp title, and he was the world's favorite heavyweight champion because he was all eco and talking about veganism and all that.
That was excellent.
It's that same type of like nothing you're saying is wrong, but boo earns because you're a dick about it.
Yeah, exactly. And even when he was here and he's like, you guys are fickle and da-da-da. And it was like, he's just such a smarmy little prick. But then he's also a snappy little bastard. So, he's going to fight. The only complaint I have about that segment is each week we've seen Dark Order come out and help him. Dark Order come out and help him. Did I miss something? Did he tell them not to come? Amen. Sure. Nothing, not a ref,
no security, no nothing. Tony was just out there, right? He couldn't have been too far away from fucking gorilla position.
Can Tony do like the Adam Pearce, but like a wide-eyed version? Like, get out of here!
Right? He's got the Peruvian marching powder. He does the Mr. Fuji dust at him.
Mm-hmm. Truly, I feel like, look, I know we make jokes at Tony Khan and we talk about a bunch of him, but legitimately watching him, like, that's nerves, that's anxiety where he's just frozen. Like, don't blink. Like, I mean, I can't. No experience. Like, the poor guy.
Right.
A little bit.
I was going to say, we can't fully knock that and everything as this man takes a pause for the cause. I do like the whole idea there of Miro joining the BCC. But I will take a moment real quick as we are in commercial. I know I missed the TK announcement, or I kind of chatted in about it, but I will remind everybody that we are the Wrestling for Life Network. Nobody does it like we do. Your alternative commentary for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Like we've said, we're literally impartial, I guess, when it comes to this whole smart civil war going on right now. But we are here covering Aew Dynamite. We were here last night covering NXT, talking about all the Vince thing, honestly, mostly respect to NXT. We're here for Monday night. We did a marathon through the whole weekend of WrestleMania. We're back at it tomorrow for not only Impact, but also Ring of Honor. And then we're going to be back at it for Friday. For SmackDown is going to be the biggest, interesting, could be one of the most tuned into Friday night SmackDowns, I feel, on Friday night, which this might honestly be one of the most tuned into Aew Dynamites, especially coming off of Monday night. But right now, I've got FTR top guys coming out right now. So they are very much the main event. So they have to be winning at this point. I know I figured before Monday night, I figured they were losing and they were going straight back to running to Papa Paul's arms and actually being a tag team division with the Usos, with Sammy and KO, etc. But now I'm starting to see if they're probably staying. I feel a bit here. It'd be a big shock and it'd be a really odd and weird and wrong move, I feel, to have them lose tonight, especially if they go to WWE. Oh my God. If they go to Ring of Honor, holy shit, but not that's a more of a demotion than anything. I don't know why I said holy shit. But yeah, the Tony Khan announcement should have just been, it shouldn't have ever been a whole big selling point for the show. The selling point for your show, for a professional wrestling show, should, hey, be the professional wrestling, should be the matches, maybe, just maybe. Not a bad shout, I don't feel. Instead of the owner coming out and making an announcement, that it would have felt more impactful and you don't have this built-up expectation of the biggest earth-shattering announcement. If, say, Tony Schiavone's out there, or we're in the middle of an interview, and say even Tony interrupts it or anything, or I'm just getting word right now that Tony Khan's got a major announcement, a breaking news announcement right now, and say he announces that, you'd still get a big reaction for it because it's a big move. It's a big step for them. And I think because it would be their one time going over there, it does have the potential to really go insane over there. We've seen it when Clash of the Castle went over there, etc. With Christ, WWE's going over there for Money in the Bank. Oh, they're coming out to many men. I just noticed that. So, damn, Tony paying for the rights fees to 50 Cent. So we've got the Gunn Club coming out to many men. I'll give them credit. Just it might be because I like the song, but that's not bad. And if they win, this is gonna feel big. But yeah, if they just had Tony make that a special announcement live on air and it wasn't advertised or anything like that, he just kind of ran out. 100%, I feel like that doesn't get the negative backlash that's going to kind of get. But so, folks, let me know who you're taking. This entrance doesn't say losing. Fair enough. Yeah, well, you got to make them believe. You got to sell them on it. The Cheeks got over with me. Guns win with help from CM Punk. Oh, Lord. Got Ass Boys for the win. Many men.
Wish death upon me.
Blood in mine, darling, I can't see.
We'll break out into karaoke, folks. We'll do it. I promise.
I tend to do that from show to show quite often, I feel.
It's a running thing for us, for sure. We love it.
Sometimes when you're feeling good, you got to just let it rock out. But let us know. Ooh, I was just going to say, we'll get to that later if you ride back. Yeah, we'll get there. No. Man's already hitting the trigger button. But let us know, folks, who you're taking, whether it's FTR. Is this the last that we see of the top guys? It's literally top guys out.
No, yeah, it could be. I'm going to say no.
I'm so still.
I've held no for so long, but listen to the crowd. They are jazzed.
I will, fuck it, for the sake of disagreement, and just I've backslid into wins before. Up until Monday night, I thought FTR was losing this match and they were going straight to the Fed. They were going back over there. They're going to hang out with Papa Paul. I still am holding out hope that Monday night was a one-off, I guess, and we're going to get back to Triple H running the show. Yeah. And we rebuild that extension of good faith, and FTR is going WWE bound.
Yeah, I think even pre the McMahon meltdown, I felt like there was a good chance they were staying. Them going to ROH makes no sense to me.
Touche. And I will say, though, too, even with my point or with my prediction, it would be a terrible idea if you're Tony to put this as the main event of your show right now to where your top guys are leaving your company.
It's interesting. That's what I mean. Like, to me, if this is in fact FTR's final match, I can't believe it's the main event on Dynamite, and this is it. Like, I struggle, but wrestling has proven to me over the last while that fucking hold on tight, expect the unexpected.
Well, welcome to pro wrestling, where the finishers are made up and the matches don't matter anyways. FTR for the win.
No, Dax actually is on the record of saying they have not put pen to paper yet. So that is fake news. I heard it from Dax's mouth himself. He never put pen.
Did I freeze or did you freeze? Yeah, so far, everything that Dax has said is that they haven't signed anything, that they're very much still treating this like this is their last rodeo. This is their step into their forever future. So they've pretty much come out and said that wherever they go after this, folks, let me know if he froze or if I froze. But yeah, they've said that this is their last contract that they're probably going to sign. There we go. So I'll do that right now. As KJ fixes his technical difficulties, he was saying too many things about TK, and TK just said, shut that down.
Be careful what you say.
You sound like you're coming from an airplane, sir.
I like it. Oh, that's weird. Do I still sound that way?
Oh, yes, you very much sound like is this old time radio?
Test.
You're good. You're good. Perfect. There we go.
All right.
That's how you know we're live, folks. You can
be careful what you say. They will shut your shit down.
Well, it's like how we had to sit there and wrap up WrestleMania. We were still rolling, and we're like, all right, we got to go, folks. They're going to throw us off the air.
Yeah, my shit just went boom.
Well, and it's so funny, and it trips me out because I don't know if it's me or you at times. And then because everybody else will just be talking about the action, I'm like, wait, no, I don't. Help me to help you. Help me to help you. Yeah, we're in picture-in-picture right now.
Okay. The Gun Club is in control as we go to picture-in-picture, folks.
I was literally just listening to Gunn's entrance music on my iPod. When I hear it on the TV, I'm like, what the heck? See, it's a sign. It's that deja vu. I always say deja vu just lets you know that you're where you're supposed to be. Gas, the Russians are coming. What the hell? They're coming for you. They're taking you out there.
That's what it is, right? It's the Kremlin coming to get me.
I am the machine.
Iron Man, you say?
The segment is a Brock Lesnar F5. You touch that. You can have that.
Because it's doing so well for the other company.
I think it's hard times, baby. It's hard times. That's what it is. Well, it's Cody's got to go through Brock Lesnar now, and I'm giving credit to Bully, and I know we agree to disagree at times with certain things. Why? But with Cody right now, and I think he was even quoting Heyman of more people give a damn about Cody and his push towards the title and feel like he should be the champion right now than they did going into WrestleMania, honestly.
Absolutely.
That's the thing and too many people are up in their feels and don't want to admit that they worked everybody. They worked everybody like a goddamn mark.
They didn't get the ending they wanted. And listen, I predicted Cody would give us that ending. He didn't. But I didn't freak out. I showed up to Monday and hope for the best. I didn't know what I was going to get, but...
Exactly. It's tell me the rest of the story then.
Where do we go from here? I mean, you watch enough movies and read enough books, you realize generally he doesn't overcome the bad guy in chapter 1 or 2.
Yeah. Sometimes he's got to get knocked down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Brock Lesnar's going to keep me down. I get knocked down.
I'm going to call something out of left wing. No, not you, JV. Mark Briscoe screws F. No.
Do you want me to break things? Like, that's how you get things broken around here.
Nah. I think I don't know what's happening with Mark Briscoe. It felt like he said
that could be a bit of, granted, that has much different circumstances around it, but that could be a bit of the hero doesn't win it on the first try. But
yeah, I mean, there are exceptions.
That was bad taste, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. But I don't know the full story. Is he sticking around or what? Because it was a real different feel.
Well, we got FTR in the ring, so we got to roll up.
All right. Plant Fungus is coming.
We haven't had them in the ring for a hot minute.
Brock needs that Saudi payday. Is it Brock versus Cody and Saudi?
Well,
the finals of the King of the Ring.
Well, I've heard people say that Roman would reach like the 1,000-day reign about when they're doing like King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, etc.
Justin, don't say that out loud. The man's got a complex about his physique.
No,
but yes, he did thicken up a little for sure.
He's a barrel-chested badass. What he is. You add fucking Silas Young to FTR and throw, like I said, CM Punk and tell me that's not like a fucking 4 horsemen type shit.
Right.
Old school wrestling. Like we got in our name, wrestling.
Oh, blocks it.
I've got
What do you got?
I've
2.
got right now.
I get so nervous on roll-ups. You got Triple H remembering what Cody did in AEW, right? Nah. We can't have it both ways. If this was Triple H's doing, then we can't be mad at Vince.
Just Triple H, just as Cody's walking down the hallway after he lost, he just yells out like Jonah Hill of "People don't forget."
Right? Exactly. People don't forget. If FTR lose, it will be an L for TK. I mean, if it's out of his control, I mean, the contracts expire. There's not, it's an L because you're losing the best tag team in the world, but you gotta keep moving forward.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and so I'll ask you this. As I can't remember, I only remember there's Austin Gunn. I can't remember the other brother's name, but we've got Colton Gunn. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags.
Don't get me started on that.
Rig!
We'll be here all night.
Oh, ref gets pulled out right on the 3 after the big rig.
Oh shit!
What were we talking about beforehand? Sorry.
Cody should stay in NXT for life. No, I don't think so.
No.
Are these reports, or do you think Cody's knows what's happening? He's getting paid big. He's happy. And he's not dealing with. Come on, you just had Moxley.
They just told him this like right before like he was walking out. Like this was fucking planned. This was the outcome. We just didn't expect it.
What was FTR in WWE? Not a lot.
Revival.
That doesn't matter. That's the past.
They were a revival of tag team professional wrestling, and that was also their name.
Yeah, but that's where you look. You got to be business savvy and look past. Oh, I just got the big rig now. I'm way behind. Shatter Machine.
I've got a fucking like fathead thing of fucking Dave LaGreca in the front row. So I don't know if you want to be where I'm at here.
No, there's nothing I can do.
No, you're good.
Nothing I can do.
I was just taking a shot at Dave LaGreca as well.
Yeah, well,
I got plenty of shot, but I'm assuming Austin Creed. Oh, and he hits the Triple H, and he's setting up Dax for the pedigree backslide. Two count. Could you imagine he ends it with a roll up? Don't win on a roll up. 2 count. Can you imagine he hits the pedigree and sends him over?
That'd be amazing.
Oh, low blow.
Low blow. Lucha Bros defend Ring of Honor title and QT Marshall and Powerhouse Hobbs. Okay. That's weird. Let's not highlight the new singles champion. Let's just hang out with QT. I
hate QT. I laugh at everyone that thinks that Triple H was ever mad about the throne. It's entertainment. He probably left. Yeah, touche. Like I said, we all get that it's probably all tongue in cheek, and he probably respected it, honestly. But you would get a little bit salty spittoon deep down, maybe somewhere in the cockles, or at least the sub cockles of the heart there.
I can see him rolling his eyes and being like, fuck him. Whatever.
Right. And how many pay-per-views did you guys sell? All right, yeah. He just rolls over and he's like, I'm banging my boss's wife right now, or daughter right now.
My boss's wife? He's banging Linda?
Sorry, my daughter.
Accusations!
I mean, Christ, can Linda even... Yeah. Anyways, I was going to go down the whole train. Yeah. Zombie Linda. Dax up top right now. Diving headbutt into a title as the ref's distracted. Austin Gunn tosses out the title. 2 count. I could have sworn that was it. I thought that was it. We're done. Okay. Send them packing. Have a good night.
No.
Oh, we've even got a lip quiver. I can't do it. I don't know what else to do.
Oh, he's down. Fight, FTR, fight. Good match. That's what FTR does.
Does it not very much, does this not already very much raise the Gun Club, I feel a bit with this.
Yeah, because it shows they can go. And FTR does this. This is where people talk about Young Bucks, best tag team in the last decade. The Young Bucks don't elevate talent.
They could have a good match with a goddamn broomstick, I feel.
They can. They elevate everyone. We got the best.
Double roll up. 1, 2, 3. I hate that they want it that way, but FTR is your new tag team champions, and they in it for the long haul, folks.
Double roll up. And new. They finished, but okay, you got what we wanted. Why wouldn't they just beat them outright?
Not the finish I wanted, but this is quick. We got to get off air. I feel something ran over.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we've got streamers. Well, we already had the little title placard. We've got streamers, and I've already got, the thing up for AEW All Access. So,
they were just like, we're out.
Right. I hate that. Oh, and Mark Briscoe comes out to celebrate with them. I'll give him that. But you should have given this shit time to breathe instead of boop, all access.
Yeah, that's why I feel like the double roll-up finish wasn't my favorite. But
a bad finish, great match.
FTR are staying where they are. That's what this tells me anyway.
And Jay White signs with AEW. So we start off with Jay White and we end it with knowing that FTR is still around.
Yeah, they went over time.
You might have won us back a little bit, my guy. Or at least me.
Listen, man, we sat here for a long time and talked about how good Dynamite was doing, and then Tony seemed to lose it by the back half of 2022. And it was all about WWE and what they were doing with the bloodline and how everything was working out. And then we got into the new year. I thought Tony started the new year well, and then it just puttered. And there was a lot of spot booking, a lot of confusion, a lot of shit that didn't work out the way he thought it was going to. But now we're at a point where, it feels like a lot of people are kind of like iffy with WWE and the product they're giving us and how they're delivering it. Everyone's mad about Vince. Tony had a platform to make himself shine and look good. He put on a good show tonight, for sure.
Do you feel like he's a little bit recalibrating now after the whole all-out situation like that? We might be finally out of that wake of that situation, and now we're getting back to actually good booking and what made Dynamite and AEW enjoyable beforehand.
Like we said with Raw, it was one show. Tonight was one show. We've been very critical of Dynamite as of late. And even coming out of the pay-per-view where we were like, he did it. What a wicked pay-per-view. The next Dynamite sucked, right? Like we didn't have like hashtag fire Tony for a bomber of a, Dynamite after, what was the last one? All in, all out, all out.
Yeah, all out. No.
Right?
Full gear.
Full gear?
No. Revolution.
But yeah, that's what I mean.
Right? We can't remember.
Right. But that's where my concerns are, is that we'll see. I mean, a really good night tonight. I like it. I don't have a whole lot to complain about. The ending of the show was a little flat, but Mark gets out there. We feel like they probably mismanaged the time. Right. It wouldn't surprise me if MJF and such went long, but overall, a good night of wrestling. My only concern with the booking of TK and the show is the ones that are closest to him. The Bucks, Kenny, Jericho, that group and their friends, is how he manages them moving forward, because that's been the biggest cancer and downfall of AEW. I don't care what Chris Jericho says. It's not Punk. It's the man in the mirror, buddy. And I'm sorry to break it to you. That's the way it is.
I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Token, yes, a little bit, but I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Well, how many times did we say Tony giveth and Tony taketh away tonight?
Oh my
this
God.
All Access is halfway roping me in because they're in Boston right now, and if we're getting the whole Eddie smacking around Sammy, I kind of want to see that. But I see a bunch of ratings so far already in the chat, folks. If you haven't done so already, give us your ratings. Let us know how you feel. Let us know. And I was going to ask you this at one point. Do you think that this could be one of the highest rated AEWs or Dynamites of all time because of coming off of the backlash from Monday Night Raw of just people wanting to make a statement?
Plus the big announcement he's proven before. Plus Jay White opening the show.
Yeah, you start off with Jay White. Yeah.
This could have good ratings. We'll see. I'm really curious what the quarterlies are on this one. Oh my God, Guns finally lose. Why? They had the belt like a month.
Yes, right, yeah.
Finally, impatient people.
We got Impact Wrestling tomorrow night. What? I need a couple of I need a couple of whiskey. What? A Bud Light. What? Sunday is Easter. What? NASCAR Sunday night. What? The NFL draft is April 27th. What?
all over
And
the place.
We're here covering anything and everything. I don't that went on a tangent there, but we're here covering anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. What?
Sounded like Buster Rhymes. Gotta get away.
Give me some more. Gotta get away.
Yeah,
give me some more.
But yeah, no, I mean, folks, we'll be here tomorrow night for Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling. We might take a peek in at Wrestling Revolver. Apparently that's kicking on.
The show of the night.
What?
I said I think that might win the show of the night.
It probably should. But
I think that might be on there.
Yeah, she's gonna be. She's definitely gonna be. And the DWO might be there, so we'll see.
Okay, what?
8 out of 5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 makes more sense.
An 8 out of 5 out of 10.
You're not doing it right. 8 out of 10. Bunch of what's from Victor. 8.5, folks. If you are still tuning in, we will take your ratings. 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. The worst part of the show was the women's division, as always.
Well, that was it not. It was a show of 3 segments of 3 parts. You had the opening with Jay White pops up. You pop just because we didn't get much of a goddamn match. Who cares? We got Jay White, and then we get right into the trios championship match, which was great.
Well,
then we don't do anything until we get the MJF segment. The MJF promo, all of that, I think was great. Some people disagreed.
I think it was great. And the Sammy promo.
We stop at the end of. We stop when Jungle Boy's the conductor. We just forget that happened. And then the main event was good. Probably was short on time, but
yeah, it felt like they ran out of time, which is too bad. The match was really, really good, but I wanted more drama. I wanted more suspense. They should have had more time on that clock. If you cut Rio and all that out of the show, probably you have enough time for this to be longer. If you cut out one of the other matches, probably allow this to be a little bit longer.
If you cut out all the shit for the announcements, or you maybe just make it of, hey, folks, Tony Schiavone here. I'm just getting a special announcement, and we're cutting to Tony backstage, and you do it that way. The selling point of your show shouldn't be the owner making an announcement. It should be the professional wrestling going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And I saw somebody make Excalibur say 7 out of 10 because of the stupid announcement. No, last big announcement, they were just over 1 mil. That's the truth. That's what I mean. It should do well. Plus, with the buzz, with the backlash, like all the people that were like, "Fuck it, we're going to AEW." Like our buddy Big Will kills me because he fucking makes me laugh, right? Oh, AEW is the best now. He was just shitting on AEW for weeks. He's just like, I changed my mind.
Well, to me, like I said, it's more of, I'm not saying AEW was great. It was not at all a 10 out of 10 show or anything like that, because there was very much those lulls in between. But I think they very much, so far, they've won the week in pro wrestling, I feel.
Oh, yeah, for now. Yeah, for sure. Right. For sure. Raw was a shit show. I mean, NXT was entertaining. I really enjoyed NXT.
NXT was good. Unfortunately, we had to talk about everything else that came out that day that just dominated even paying attention to NXT for the most part, I feel.
0 to 10 for the special announcements, 5 out of 10 for the show. Ouch. Has there been a Dynamite without Jericho on TV? A few when he goes, a couple times he's been on tour, but that's it.
Well, no, do they not then cut to Chris Jericho live on tour?
Right. Chris Jericho in Ireland. Yay. Look forward to Chris Sabin and Brian Keith tomorrow night on. Someone asked if we were looking forward to Keith Lee and Jericho. No, not at all. Weird booking for me.
I want to see Keith Lee put a whooping on Chris Jericho is what I want to see.
Tomorrow night on Wrestling Revolver and Brian Cage versus Fulton versus Crush. All right. We'll be there.
What's this Crush? Are we going? Where's Adam Bomb? Where's Brian Adams? Are we going back in time here?
Right. MJF segment was great till the pull apart. Interesting. 8.5 out of 10 from JV. I want to see what AEW does on Rampage and follows that up. I mean, Rampage is Rampage. Even if we get a good Dynamite, generally Rampage is a throwaway unless it's live. So
it's the AEW Thunder is what it really is.
100% is a.
To me, it's going to be the follow up on the Dynamite after. That's going to be the next big thing. How do you follow this up? And especially if one of two things, if Friday Night SmackDown very much goes good. I hope I'm number one on that goddamn list for him. But if SmackDown goes in the way of just nothing but Vire Vince chants from the second, they tune in and all of that, then how does AEW respond? Now you've got them on the ropes. You've got a Rocky 3 here versus Clubber Lang. You've got to fucking go for the jugular here.
I don't think I listen, just a quick side note. I really would advise them against opening the show with a promo. If you're going to open the show with talking, whoever gets that microphone is going to get drowned. You're better off just letting
it off with Paul.
Paul might,
No, Paul would be the worst person you could really do that with.
No, but because Paul will shut it down pretty good. That's not a bad show.
No, but that's when they would absolutely do it because it's Hunter coming out.
Send Paul. Oh, you meant Paul like Levesque?
Levesque, yeah.
I'd be curious if they start with him. I was thinking the only person you could hand a microphone to on the roster, technically, that could handle that moment would be Heyman. Yeah, my bad.
No, that's fine. I didn't even think about that. It's amazing that happened because that's literally the antithesis of everything that I said. He's the guy who could turn it.
It would be amazing though. And it would be one of the most epic moments ever if the show opened with fucking Vince come strutting out.
Oh my! That's just literally just. He might as well walk out with double birds during his strut.
This is their chance to start the Vince versus Hunter war. Vince is loyal to certain wrestlers, the big bulky guys. Triple H has all his NXT upstarts, and you have literally a WWE Civil War. And the way the dirt sheets and everything else is going right now, all it would take is one story of like Triple H is fighting back. People would be, we'd be on here in the chat, we blown up. Did you hear Triple H?
Right.
Isn't taking that shit.
We'd have to do a whole other video and everything. We'd be having a Ring of Honor we wouldn't be talking about. We'd be talking about Hunter versus Vince.
All right.
But that's a valid point. But to me, if it goes back to the Hunter's in charge and we get this, oh my God, we won. They listened to us. And that's the thing is, even if it was never the plan for Vince to be in charge at all after this, and now it's back to Hunter, huge upswing. Everybody's, the babies are in the air. The children are, kissing each other, all of that weird shit. Yeah.
Do you not think it's in the WWE's best interest to address it, to come out and or in some way, maybe not on the show, but even a press release, somehow address this?
Bro, this man had allegations out the wazoo and just walked out and basically said, fuck him, and then just went backstage.
Fucking hell.
So, I hate to be the one that, I felt like you would have been the one making that argument because you've been the one that's like, Endeavor don't care, Vince don't care, all of that.
That's perfect.
Oh, and build it to War Games? Yeah.
Build it to War Games.
Yeah.
Regal comes out. We got Regal back.
You know what, Vince and Paul? I'm sick of you bickering. The only way we can settle this is at War Games.
What show is worse, Rampage or Battle of the Belts? We only get Battle of the Belts 4 times a year, and it sucks every time. Rampage sucks.
Have you seen anything advertised for Battle of the Belts that Damien keeps talking about?
I have not, and I do not want to stay on.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, no. How did you feel about tonight? I mean, I'm kind of with a lot of the crowd. I'll be nice. I'll give it an 8 tonight. It was the best show. I'm more feel inclined to go like 7.5 because there is still some chunkiness in the middle. But overall, I'll give him some bonus points for, Jay White. Dude, Tony, my advice, I think I used the song Say Less for the call out, and that there's a reason I picked Say Less, because Mr. Khan needs to say less. It's the best advice I can give him.
Much like how everybody feels like Vince needs to piss off and everything, and just should have never been on screen and all of that. Well, now at least. Tony needs somebody that's a figurehead, a Jack Tunney, a commissioner, or even a Paul Heyman, or not a Paul Levesque or anything, somebody. And that's what Regal could have been. I don't think he wanted to do it at that time. I've seen him talk about it in an interview. But if you have somebody like a Tony Schiavone, even, Christ, make it a goddamn Jim Ross. And he's got to do this, that, and the third and just say, announce this match, what have you. Tony needs to not be on screen as much as he is.
Don't be on screen. Don't be on Twitter. If you're gonna make if you want to put out a Jay White is all elite post, great. If you want to say what a great Dynamite tonight, it was a pleasure, Cincinnati or Phoenix or wherever the fuck they are that particular night, do it. I'm all for it, Nick. But as far as doing what he did tonight, his announcement was really cool, really great announcement. But he oversold it, and it makes him look stupid.
Right.
Then him delivering the message makes him look like a lost child, just a deer in headlights. It is awkward. It's not comfortable. And I get it. It's not easy, dude. It's not. I have sympathy for the guy. Just put somebody in your place or learn to blink. Choose.
Well, and it's still it gets to he oversold it, like you said. It's very much like we've just signed one of the biggest free agents in professional wrestling. Here's Christian.
Yeah.
No offense to Christian, but the way they built that up, you thought it was going to be a world beater, and instead, you got Christian Cage, who's great, but not what we were sold.
Not great enough, and it's no different than the announcement for All Access. He got 1 million views that night because everybody was anticipating what he was going to say, and it was some fucking bullshit reality show.
Right, but I like Vic of. Now that Mania's over, are you ready for Forbidden Door 2?
There is a shit ton of wrestling before Forbidden Door 2, Victor, and we will be here for every minute of it. We will be covering all the wrestling. We're back tomorrow, back Friday. Happy Easter, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. And, but keep tuning in. There will be an XFL update on Saturday, I believe.
Right,
yes.
absolutely.
Yes. I didn't even know if the league was still going on.
Well, I mean... my defenders betrayed me, and they were the one that made me fully have to eat my own words here. It's been a bad week of Eddie Kingston lost,
right? Taking L's everywhere.
Vince is back in charge of fucking WWE, and the DC Defenders, their first loss of the season is the goddamn Orlando Guardians, who hadn't won a game all year. What?
Hey, man, I picked the Vegas Vipers, who have 1 win on the year, I think, or 2.
I think they're 2, maybe 3. But
did they get a third win?
Does NXT stand and deliver when best wrestling of the week? No, because that was the weekend.
And I mean, even of the weekend, Stand and Deliver was really good, but WrestleMania Night 1 takes the cake, I think.
Oh, 100%. That we were jumping for joy. That was the highest of highs, and I feel like for a good chunk of people, Night 2 was the lowest of lows.
No, Monday really the kick.
Tony reading a ransom note from Dick Dastardly, evil Vince McMahon.
That's what someone needs to take.
Vince with the mustache, Chad Con, and I've tied him to a railroad track.
Someone needs to take a picture of Vince with that mustache and superimpose him behind Tony going, and then start memeing it out. I'm telling you, if you're listening right now, do it.
Well, I've seen people do that with like Hunter and everything. Yep, just tell them nothing's gonna change and then unbook a couple matches.
Right. Rampage a 2.0 of Battle of the Belts, KJ. Rampage is a weekly show. Battle of the Belts is an offshoot, special event.
That's their Quake at the Lake, their Great Balls of Fire, all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's not. We can't compare them, Damien. Sorry, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Cody will ever be WWE champion. If so, he will have a Kofi-like run. One, Vince bury him, or Vince's guys will bury him. Now, I want to address this real quick, but have him reprise the Goldust gimmick. Not at all. You remember, Cody signed before Triple H took over. Vince was the guy that signed Cody. Vince brought him in last Mania. Vince didn't bring him in, so he was just going to turn him back to Goldust. He knew he was signing him. He knew why he was signing him. And again, one day he will be champion. Nick keeps saying it. Hard times, baby.
Absolutely. Well, it's Stardust, not Goldust. But this is 100%. And we said this last night, and I'll say it again, of Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes did not sell out WrestleMania this year. I'm not saying that the arena didn't sell out. I'm not saying that one or night two did not sell out, anything like that. I'm saying most of the tickets that were sold for WrestleMania this past weekend was because of A, it's WrestleMania, B, because it's in Hollywood, and C, everybody thought that we were going to get Roman versus Rock.
Yeah.
And we didn't. And we were going to get Cody versus Roman. And so everybody got fully invested. Well, it's got to be Cody then, huh? And when it wasn't, everybody lost their goddamn mind. But unfortunately, no one's realizing right now that people are more passionate about Cody now that he lost. People want to see him with a championship more now that he lost. People are pushing for him more now that he lost than they ever were before that match.
Most of the people that didn't want Cody to win because he hadn't earned it are now pissed off that he didn't win. So, it's storytelling, folks. Stay tuned. We don't know what's going to happen next. My recommendation to the entire IWC: take a breath, woosah a little bit, calm down.
Just a puff full of vitamins, help the markdom go down.
Right.
The markdom go down.
Puff away, relax. Let's see where this goes. Enjoy the wrestling. Who cares who's running the show? Let's see what happens. Friday's going to be a trip. But before we get to Friday, we got a couple shows tomorrow. And again, folks, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are here for all your wrestling needs. We are your wrestling friends that you can't get in your real life. That is Big Nick. I am KJ White. We love bringing you all these shows, these streams. Another huge night for the channel. Thank you for being here. This one was fun, Nick. It was a good Wednesday, right? Like, you're happy with it. I don't know if you gave a rating, but
I'll give it an 8.5.
Oh, okay.
Just because
a 0.5 for MJF Day.
A bit, yeah. You gotta celebrate the holiday,
right?
But also, I feel whether it was planned or not, it very much seemed like Tony Khan really realized he had to lace up his bootstraps and kind of try and take a shot now here. Here's where your chance.
Right. Thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again.
We're gonna get copyrighted. It's funny shit. I told you that.
If we sing that good that we get that level, then goddamn it, the voice here I come. Matt Singer, Chris Jericho, you ain't got shit on me.
Right. Jay Carhill versus Billy Starks, the TBS Women's Championship, first match announced, a Battle of the Belts. Well, that's a squash match, so that's why we don't tune in to Battle of the Belts.
Well, I was gonna say, so are they just announcing Battle of the Belts right now? Anyways, sorry, we were wrapping up here.
Absolutely. But beyond that, folks, like I was saying, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This was a ball. Thank you. Remember, go check out our socials. Go check out all our links. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Be a part of the party. All right. But with all that, check it out. Right. Thank you for being a friend. I already got that one. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Dynamite. We will be back. We will be back for Ring of Honor and Impact tomorrow. Nick, how you feeling?
Happy MJF Day. Thank you to everybody of how we've still kept this whole momentum going as we've been dealing with the Smark Civil War going on right now. Like we've said, folks, we got you covered for anything and everything, and we'll keep you up to date on anything and everything that's going on. Even if we were wrong, we'll still admit that and let you know the factual, actual information. We keep it official like a referee whistle. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, you better put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Good night.